In this small group lesson, Mrs. Hoover leads the first read of a decodable text using the decodable text routine. Before reading, Mrs. Hoover reviews the high-frequency words that students will encounter in the text. Then she has students preview and make predictions about the text before the group reads together. Finally, Mrs. Hoover checks for comprehension. As you watch, think about how you will use the routine to engage students.
Our first high-frequency word is ago. Say ago.
Ago.
Now, I'm going to use it in a sentence. A long time ago, I visited California. Ago. Now, let's spell ago. Take a look at the card. Ago. Eyes up here so we can spell it. Ready? A-G-O, ago. Okay? Now I want you to write it while you spell it. Ago. A-G-O. Now, let's look at our third high-frequency word. Certain. Say certain for me. Certain. I could say, I am certain that it's not going to rain today. Certain. Let's spell it. Ready? Certain. C-E-R-T-A-I-N, certain. Now, will you spell it while we say it? Write it as we say it. Certain. C-E-R-T-A-I-N, certain. I am going to pass out your decodable readers, and we are going to read a story called More Fun Than a Hat. And this selection in our decodable reader begins on page 15, and this is what the cover looks like. More fun than a hat. What could a story called More Fun Than a Hat possibly be about? We're on page 15, Thanos, page 15. What could a story called More Fun Than a Hat possibly be about? Sophie?
I can tell by the it's probably going to be about a snowy day.
It's going to be about a snowy day. Absolutely.
People playing outside.
Playing outside, possibly in the snow. Today for our decodable text, we're going to have a lot of our AR words and our OR words that we've been studying this week. So take a look for words that have the OR pattern and pay attention for words that have the R pattern, all right? So we're going to chorally read this. We're going to chorally read this. We're going to read it all together. Let's start with the title, please. Turn to the title page and let's read it with some expression. I'm always listening for your expression. Ready? Here we go. More fun than a hat. Here we go, page 16. When it turns cold outside, how can people keep their ears warm? Pulling on a wool hat works and fixes the problem. Being a chore. One day, Chester's ears got so sore they hurt. So Chester made a plan and got to work. What do we know about his ears? Turn to a neighbor and tell me what happened to his ears on this page.
His ears got sore because they're so cold.
I heard you talking about the ears are so cold that they're getting sore. Now let's keep chorally reading and remember to stay together and use your best expression. Page 18, ready? Here we go. Chester thought of a way that was certain to keep his ears warm. He got a bit right. Soon, everyone wanted earmuffs. They started a bit of an uproar. What did Chester do to solve his problem? Turn to a neighbor and tell me.
He invented.
Thanos, what did he do?
He invented earmuffs.
And earmuffs. So did they work?
Yes.
Yes.
This is a true
All right,
story.
this is a true story. This is a biography about a real man named Chester Underwood. Let's look at page 20. Ready to chorally read it? Here we go. Chester was just 15 when he came up with his worthwhile plan. In his lifetime, he made more useful things. It was long ago that Chester made the first earmuffs. But in the place where he was born, they still have a party on his birthday. Why is Chester Underwood an important person for us? Turn to a neighbor and tell him what he did. What do you do, Thanos?
He made the first earmuffs.
What would the world be like if we only had hats? What do you think? What would we not have without him? We would only have hats to cover our ears. So this story is packed full of those R-controlled vowel words that have R and OR. And tomorrow when we reread this, we're going to practice reading those words again, and we might even be able to find out what kind of book this is and how we know this is a true story. All right, you all did a good job. Thank you so much.
Now it's your turn. Think about how you will use the decodable text routine to engage your students. How will you support them before, during, and after reading? Be sure to discuss your ideas with a colleague. You can read the steps to the routine in the Instructional Routine Handbook on ConnectEd.